outside the million-dollar homes of Boston, in the kitchens of apartments where children live in New York City. Even the best-known house in the country has rats, as First Lady Barbara Bush discovered when a rat swam in front of her in the White House pool. And down the street at the Washington City Hall 2 years ago, the rat population so exploded that the normally night-feeding rats boldly came out during the day, right in front of the embarrassed mayor, Marion Barry.
God, what a day this is.
And as is true in many major cities, the rats of Washington have spread far beyond the downtown section, using old sewer lines to reach some very expensive homes in some very scary ways, as Tira Williams found out in her own bathroom.
I went to flush the toilet, and then I had this horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach that this can't be what I think it is. This couldn't be happening to me. And then I ran and I got my glasses, and I put my glasses on. And I peered over the commode, and I looked down, and he reached up to greet me, and he squeak, 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 squeak.
Swimming through a toilet is a fairly easy trick for a rat, as seen in this old documentary footage. And experts say it happens all the time, as overcrowded rat colonies in inner cities move through the sewers looking for new territory in places where they are most unwelcome.
And I'm sorry if this is offensive to animal rights activists, but if you have a rat about 4 inches from the most vulnerable part of your body, you'll kill it.
The kind of rat that ended up in Tira Williams' toilet is the Norway rat, the most common in America, an agile, sharp-toothed burrower, now thriving in this country, in part because of the widespread use of plastic garbage bags, which the rats can gnaw right through.
They're huge. They get into the garbage, and like you walk by and you hear like all these noises, and the garbage moves, and it's a little creepy.
This is the same rat that spread the plague through Europe in the Middle Ages and still carries many serious diseases, including rat bite fever and another called leptospirosis, whose symptoms are often misdiagnosed as the flu. And what's worse, scientists have discovered a kind of super rat, a strain of the Norway rat that can't be killed with what used to be lethal doses of poison.
Those rats that survive that poisoning regime reproduce. Female rat can have 8 to 10 pups at a time. 2 days after giving birth, she can be pregnant again. Every 22 days, she can give birth. Think about those numbers.
What we found on this model block was that the rats have come up from the street into apartments like this one, all the way to the 4th floor, where 3 children live, and where a family of rats had taken up residence as well. Using infrared cameras and setting out some common food items, we were able to document what the family told us happens in this apartment when the lights go out.
These rats may be living behind the refrigerator. Rats will live in the insulation of appliances, in the wall of an oven.
We showed our tape to the rat expert, Dr. Colvin.
Their ability to learn is tremendous. When they're successful at locating a food source, they will continue to travel that route night after night. And I don't know who lived there, if there were small children in that apartment.
Children just down the hall.
And see, any situation that has small children and rats of that nature and size is a real concern. When I ever hear of anything like that, immediately I want to be there, and those rats need to be killed, and quickly.
So what can we do to rid ourselves of rats? It's a challenge, but the pros did give us some tips. If you see rats, seal off any holes that they can travel through. Put food in rat-proof containers. Food is what they're looking for. Remember, to a rat, garbage is food. Dispose of garbage quickly, and the rat has no reason to